Welcome back to Community Heroes Podcast. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview Maria Rabanio from LA Roller Dance. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Can you talk about your disability and how it affects you?
I have an L1 incomplete spinal cord injury, so I am paralyzed from about the hips down, but because I'm incomplete, I have a function in my legs. I just can't move my calves, ankles, or toes, but I can't feel my legs either, which is why I'm still a full-time wheelchair user.
How has it affected you in your everyday life?
For one, I have to use a wheelchair every day, and sometimes I have to deal with uncomfortable stares from people and things like that, but I've decided to make the most out of my life as a wheelchair user, and I've decided to kind of own it and make the most out of it. And I've learned that when I do that, I kind of get less pity looks, which is really great. I hate the pity looks. Of course, there's been times where elevators don't work. Most of my limitations are physical limitations. So anytime there's not a ramp or anytime there's not an elevator, that's when I tend to get the most frustrated. But other than that, my life has thankfully been relatively quote unquote normal.
How were you diagnosed with spinal cord injury?
I was involved in a drinking and driving related car crash back in 2012, and I was actually misdiagnosed in the beginning. I was classified as an L1 complete spinal cord injury. They never gave the MRI to see the break in my back. So what they did instead was they saw the break in my back and they said, there's no way that she has any kind of connection with her spinal cord. So we're going to call her a complete and that'll be that. Then a few months later, I went for a checkup with my doctor and I was able to kick him. And he said, well, you're not supposed to be able to do that. And I was like, I know, you said I wasn't gonna be able to do this. So he tried to go back and look for the MRI. He couldn't find the MRI. And so he assumed that the doctors never took one, which is kind of what turned out to be the case. And he's like, well, we'll re-diagnose you as an L1 incomplete spinal cord injury, but we don't know what connection there is or how incomplete you are. So.
How did you get into dancing?
I've always been a very active person in my life. Before my injury, I was just kind of in cheer. I was always involved in some sort of sport or extra fit PE activity, just doing whatever I can to stay active.
Hold on. So how did you know that you wanted to become in the roller skate in the LA roller lens?
I wanted to be a roulette dancer pretty much just because first I wanted friends and I wanted to be surrounded by other women in chairs, but the roulettes became something so much bigger after that. We have been motivating so many other women in this world, and our mission is to empower women with disabilities and shift perspective through dance. So we are always out there just trying to inspire other people to live the best life that they possibly can, and I really enjoy it.
Can you talk more about the roulettes and how it got started?
Yes. So it started again with just that one-time dance camp kind of thing, which the dance camp is something that has continued every year and has become something so much larger with the Roulette's experience. But the dance team is just formed. We have 6 of us full-time members and 2 kind of mentors on the team as well. And we do things like dance, and we do kind of lifestyle activities. So I do fitness per se. We have a girl named Steph. She's a quadriplegic and she does makeup. She's a professional makeup artist. And we just do lifestyle tips as well as dancing to kind of show other women in chairs how they can still live the independent, fulfilling life that they deserve to live.
How did you know that you wanted to become an athletic trainer?
When I was first injured, again, my my main goal in life was to become as independent as possible. But after I got my independence back, I realized that I never thought about what I wanted to do afterwards. And even though I had the team, we weren't performing as frequently. And so I would just kind of sit at home and do nothing. I would wake up, go to work, come home, pick up some McDonald's on the way, eat that, kind of sit on the couch and do nothing. And I was quickly falling into a depression, and I was unknowingly gaining weight as well. And so then by the start of 2017, I realized that I'm happier when I'm more active, and I wanted to make a change because I was tired of being unhappy with my life. So I started working out, and I started filming my workouts as well, because I was having a hard time finding workouts that worked for me and my abilities. And so I got creative, and I filmed my workouts to kind of show other people what I did as well. And I got messages from people saying, I never thought about trying a workout that way or a workout this way. It wasn't until my friend was like, why don't you try squats while holding on to something? And that's kind of like the flame that got ignited and started everything for me.
What have you achieved so far as an athletic trainer?
So I have motivated so many women to live healthier and happier lives, which is my goal. My main goal in life is to make health and fitness more accessible, because I know how hard it can be. And I knew if it was hard for me, it was going to be hard for other people as well. And so one of my favorite accomplishments is hosting the Rolex Fitness Challenge that we do every year, and it's all through social media. It's all completely free. We motivate people to show their version of a workout. So week one is usually cardio, and people will show what they do to kind of get a cardio workout in, whether it's going through a push or swinging a jump rope side to side or dancing or doing some sort of activity that gets their heart rate going. They show their version of how they get that done. That way somebody who might have a similar ability as them is able to achieve that.
How did you know that this was the career path that you knew you wanted to achieve?
I knew just from knowing that I like being active and I like helping other people. So I realized that there wasn't a lot out there that made health and fitness accessible, and there needed to be somebody from the community specifically that was going to be able to kind of make that change. So since I loved working out and I love helping people, I knew it was kind of the right career path for me. And I'm currently studying to become a certified personal trainer, so I can take like the first official step in accomplishing that.
How has that experience been, studying to become a personal trainer?
It's been relatively difficult in some aspects. They like really dig into the nitpickiness of it, but I'm still really enjoying it. I'm learning so much about my own body, about other people's bodies, and just how eating the right things and working out can help in so many more aspects of your life, not just in body fat percentage, just in like mental health and physical health, heart rate, everything. So it's been a rewarding